What up? Welcome to Roll to One. You have found the second coolest person on the internet. I'm Jaden Miller, and we're going to have a good time. I'm here with Andy, Zane, Ross, and Jackson in no particular order other than age. And we're going to have a good time. And I hope you're going to have a good time with us because I'm just ready. Because you're listening to this on either YouTube Music or you're watching it on YouTube, which means that you have the ability to like and subscribe. So thank you for doing that. It actually really does help us and makes us want to do this more. And I hope that you like that. So let's do it. Let's get ready for tonight's episode of Orbit 21. All right. I didn't have music ready, but now I do. There we go. All right, so you all had just traveled across space, and Jove Thor recorded the pulsating message from the enigmatic opalescent asteroid. Soon after, in the heart of the asteroid field, they spotted a formidable mining ship flanked by a myriad of drills burrowing into asteroids. Eavesdropping on their communications, they concluded it was time to initiate contact. Armed with their unique knowledge about the asteroid, they were granted access. Once on board, the miners warmly welcomed Scott and Jove Thor, escorting them to their leader, while Ewan and Kane stealthily incapacitated an unsuspecting miner and strategically placed explosives on the engines. Scott, in a bold move, pilfered credits from their computer terminal, and Jove Thor tactically negotiated a deal. In exchange for their valuable information and Scott's promise to combat one of their fighting robots, the miners agreed to compensate them with credits and a safe departure. All right. So we find ourselves... let's go ahead and begin with Ewan and Kane. So Ewan and Kane are kind of in the... my music is so loud for me, so I'm just fixing it. So Ewan and Kane, you are both in a... Yep, you are both in a hallway, and yeah, its music is just like... It's like Dune. It's like... I'm just like... I am really having a struggle bus. So
we're in a hallway.
You're not in a hallway, actually. Remember, you're in sort of one of the corner...
Oh, wait,
one of the
we had
corner
almost
spaces.
made it
Now,
up
this
to
is
the...
like an engine room-ish, if that makes sense.
We had not quite made it up to the area where they went through the door and now they're in the big area. But we have choices to make.
Yeah, you were about to go... I think if I recall, you were about to go into the actual location proper.
What are our two options, though? There was like... We came up to a three-way corridor, or intersection.
Well, so if you recall, the... I'm getting the music going.
Yes, the outside.
Yes, the outside the club, because it is a biker gang. It is a biker club for everyone that is cool. I'm fixing it. I'm sorry. This is all just so loud in my ears. DM music. Oh. It's not loading for me. I'm getting it. Oh, it's instant quiet. All right, I'm going to fix that. All right. Cool. I feel a lot better. Thank you.
Buy our merch.
Thank you for being with me. Yeah, buy merchandise. Yeah. Cool, thank you.
It's a cool Jove Thor shirt you have there.
Yeah, made by this guy over here.
Yeah.
Nice stalling.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Get yours today, roll1.com.
Yeah.
Roll the one I got. Bye-bye. Link in this doobly-doo. Yeah. So, yes. Your basically three options were to go straight, to go back the way you came, or to go left. Or right, I guess, depending on what angle you're on. So if you remember, the actual ship is like it's a square, right?
Yes.
And on each corner is a rocket, and in that is like sort of an engine room. And then it's all connected to this huge, massive black asteroid in the middle. And that's where all the mechanics and stuff go. So it's really just like a big square tube and then like perpendicular tubes that go into the rock. And then the rock is where all the biker gang and action's happening. And you're in the hallway leading to the big black rock for the gang known as Black Rock.
Right.
Oh, gee, I wonder where they got the name.
Some investment firm.
So now we have to decide, where are we going to go?
We need to start heading towards the sound. I think that's our best bet of finding our friends.
We heard they were going to send Scott into, like...
And we can't fix that by just sitting here. So let's go.
So, if I recall, were you welcomed aboard, or did you guys remain back?
We remain behind.
Welcome to board, but I don't know that anybody else here knows that.
Yeah, I would say that you're in a scenario that there's a high moment of tension when you sort of see someone pass in the hallway. As you kind of, I'm gonna imagine that you're in the hallway, like I said, heading towards the big black rock in the middle. So you're just standing in between, and there's like, at the end of the hall, a bouncer.
What's that, like a deception check? Be like,
Yeah.
we're supposed to be here.
Yeah. So it's like you can sort of either sneak, or you can sort of just basically tell me how you approach the scenario. As there's like a big bouncer with his arms crossed, kind of standing in front of the door.
Wait, did I have
he
the-
has like the workers.
Do I have the workers
uniform on.
You do have the workers get up on. I recall you taking the red overalls, looking like Fire Mario. You approach.
With blue skin.
Yeah, with the blues, that's a look.
Hey, they take all kinds.
I feel like that
I do.
clashes.
It's true.
Probably clashes.
very
Alright.
diverse.
It's true.
Biker gang.
It's very much the case.
Yeah. So that's where you're at.
Clash.
What do you do?
we going in?
We're here for maintenance. He's showing me where to go, where to start work on.
What?
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
I suppose.
I mean, if you're gonna lead it.
That would have been a 20 if it didn't hit my finger.
It's a 14 anyway.
No, it didn't land right.
Oh, I'm gonna contest. I'm gonna insight.
15.
What?
It's a -2.
So he instantly shows a face that you understand him, and he sees right through it. So right before he's about to turn around and enter, what do?
Tap him on the shoulder and be like, I really need to get through.
Did you do anything?
Well, I'm just watching this whole display.
Good to know
He-
you have my back.
Pushes open the door into the club proper, and we're gonna cut up to the top in the ring as one Scott SC077X9 walks into the ring, and you see a Victor standing there as well. He's got a long kind of gray hair, as well as two wonderful individuals that I have their names, Breckett and
yeah.
Tobbs.
Yep.
And Breckett and Tobbs are there, and they are standing around a table. And on this table are a whole stack of credits. You see some rough men and women all kind of walk around this table and sort of surround Jove, Thor, and Victor in this space so that neither of them can leave. The bet has been sort of sealed.
Credits are physical?
Yeah, it's just like cash
Should
and like
probably-
money here, right? Like
I would imagine they're on like a credit chit, right?
Yeah, so they're like little square.
Something you can throw down.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
physical Bitcoin.
Yeah.
kind of like
You can have multiple credits on one chit.
kind of like cash and money now.
Not
Like cash
usually
is
used like this place.
Fiscal spend the whole
It's-
thing, and you
It's
Come
like
on, you
a
gotta throw
Visa.
something down.
It's like a gift Visa.
yeah, something like that.
So then, is the money that Scott hacked from in the last episode, is that just in his head?
It's I would imagine it like Bitcoin.
That's like
but when
actual
you want to
Bitcoin.
give somebody a credit, you can either, plug in and risk potential hacking.
Would it be like we all like everyone in this reality has wallets with
Yeah.
credit cards on them?
Yeah.
So it's like I just put it all on my credit chit.
Yeah, so like
put
you
it all on the
could
card.
get so it's imagine that you have the ability to take from your bank account, which you have a bank account, and it's just sort of like on your person. You
Okay.
are your bank account.
It is
Okay.
your person.
And then if you want to give somebody a physical representation of your money, you download some of that bank account onto a chit, and then you hand the credit to someone,
Okay.
right? And that's how you would do that. You can exchange it that way. Or you
you
can
just
just
throw
be
'em out
like,
like
I'll
this.
wire transfer you, or connect direct. And either way, you risk potential hacking. So
Gotcha.
chit, that's the safest way to be like, I don't want to.
Gotcha.
Right.
You
So
know.
like
Okay.
you can Venmo in Orbit 21 is what you're saying.
That's kind of how most people exchange.
Yeah.
But they run the risk of viruses.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. It's like a credit STD.
Donks.
Okay.
That's why I don't gamble.
So,
So
there's
this
a
is
really
happening.
really fun system for this, where Scott is going to have to go back and forth. I'm just going to explain you the rule because let's just be really transparent. I'm just going to read you exactly what's written because this is incredibly against you. You are dueling. These are the dueling rules from Cobalt Press, and you are doing what's called a duel to the death. They operate under different terms. Duelists find themselves as armed as they wish and may use whatever weapons and abilities they have at their disposal as long as they remain within the agreed upon parameters. The agreed upon parameters in this case is robot. So as long as you do robot things, you'll be great. The core mechanics go a little bit like this. In single combat, we won't use the standard initiative. Each of you are going to make an initiative roll, which I haven't revealed your competitor fighter yet. And at the beginning of each round, you'll just determine which creature acts first. Then, most types of single combat, in this case it will, have a set number of rounds before the combat ends. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of roll a d6. And we're going to just determine that way. I mean, the default is 3, but I like the idea of it being as random as this scenario. Combatants then can only fight those additional rounds equal to their con modifier. So what's your constitution modifier?
My con modifier is +3.
Okay. Really?
Yep.
All right, so you can fight for a total of a d6 plus 3 rounds. Your competitor, I will roll behind the screen, will roll their potential extra rounds that they get as well.
Okay.
Or I'll just look at their modifier, whatever. You go ahead.
Right.
And then that will be, if, say, for example, you're able to fight and then you're losing, you can then use those, if that makes sense. Now, every time you spend one, it's a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So you have the potential to push beyond your limit to stay up in the fight and to win, at risk of
But it costs later.
hurting yourself in later.
I'm gonna see this as like overclocking my body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then basically what you'll do is you make one weapon attack on your turn. If you want to use like a ranged attack or like a spell-like ability, it does have to have an attack roll, just letting you know. Each time you land a successful hit, it'll gain 1 point. At the very end, we'll tally up the points. Whoever has the most points at the end of all the rounds will win. The loser is reduced to 0 hit points, considered unconscious and dying in a fight to the death. Unless their opponent declared they wish to deal non-lethal damage, in which case they'd be 0 and stable.
Yeah, good luck for me if that happens to me.
Yeah, because like you will.
It's a robot.
You are absolutely 100% fighting a robot.
Don't die.
I had to pull
Controlled by maniacal bikers.
it up.
Shout out to all you bikers watching this too.
Bikers are
Sometimes.
cool, but Victor just killed like 3 people.
Yeah, he's pretty rough. So Victor's like, all right, it's time to bring out your competitor. And so you see walking towards the other end is this in totally green female-esque android, right? She sort of walks out, her forms are tight, and her face is like a sort of a flat screen over a white face. There's nothing underneath, just a flat. And then you see as like little like blue lights come on and like have like little anime eyes as she sort of smiles. And then you see as she sort of just extends her arm kind of from her back, and as it extends, a little katana sort of like comes out and extends outward. So she's like ready to go in melee combat.
So this is Alita in green.
Dude,
Very
that's
similar.
exactly what I was thinking.
And
Great.
She's got a long ponytail, and you sort of see on the ponytail, it's like the connections of a dog's spine into the tail as it sort of comes to a point, stars at the end, and she sort of like pulls it out and then whips out a long chained whip on the other hand, and so she's ready to
I'm
kick
fighting a
ass.
ninja assassin robot.
So we're.
I mean,
do
aren't
we have
you
time
a
during
Ninja
this?
Assassin robot?
I'm a
No.
What's up?
I'm
we
a
have time
homebrew.
during
Yeah, so I'm just saying that's what
You're a
happens
task
when you
squad.
when he opens the door and he begins to walk and he says, he turns to you two and says,
You two or him?
he does not even questioning you because you didn't sort of join in the conversation, and he just sort of says, wait right here, I'm gonna go and get Victor.
Oh.
So while he goes and gets Victor, I'm just going to walk in.
And you do that.
I'm going to walk up to where the match is going to be.
So you walk over towards this back elevator following this person.
Wait, isn't the like location where the fight's going to be at like ground level?
No,
So
it's up in the sky.
Let me sort of give you an illustration again now that you've entered the space for the first time and
Okay.
remind our audience. It is a circular bar around a central pillar. To each outer sections, that's where like bedrooms, hallways, other areas are. But in this main space, it's all like a nice kind of red hue as everything sort of feels like a casino. But in the middle, there's that circular bar. Up in the middle, it sort of tubes up until the top, and you see there's like a fighting arena
the
up
top?
there. It's at the top of this sort of area.
How
and
high?
At the back space, I would
High.
say, I'll go ahead and just say it's 50 feet
Very
up.
high.
Okay.
It's high.
And at the back wall, there's a single elevator that goes up and lets you access into the space up at the top. And there's only half of that room has levels. The other half on the other side does not have like a platform that you can sort of stand. So basically, you can see when you walk in up, you see Victor and Jovthor standing, looking over. Now Scott sort of stands there in the back end of the upper area in the fighting ring, and then you see this green ninja woman walking along the middle pathway that gets them into the circular fighting ring.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Robot. Teenage Mutant Ninja Robot.
Yes, it's like my what is it? My teenager is a robot.
Oh, yeah. I haven't
know.
thought about that in a long
So
I know what you're talking
I'm now
about.
walking behind this guy who's going.
Who's
to the
walking
elevator.
towards the elevator in the back of the room.
All right.
So he walks over towards the elevator, nods at another bouncer, and then
I'll also nod at the bouncer.
you nod at the bouncer. Go ahead and just give me a pure. It's your choice, but I mean I see it as like a pure confidence charisma check. You know, just I'm supposed to be here.
15.
15. You have no charisma bonuses.
No.
All right. So yeah, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't let you up there.
I'm now following behind this guy, so
You're-
I'm kind of with him.
You're confident. You stand in the elevator. You sort of have this awkward moment where he's a little bit bigger and he's kind of scrunching you in the elevator. And then you guys, ding, dip, land at the top. Ding, it opens up and you walk out and you see there's no really easy access to that ring, but you are up on the upper platform. What are you doing, Ewan, as this battle commences?
Can I sneak in? Because he wants to go get Victor, so no one's at the door.
No one is in fact at the door. You going to walk in?
Sure. Why not? Change the dice.
Where are you gonna
Actually, no.
There's the bar, and then what else is there?
How close up to stage can I get to watch this fight?
Well, I'll tell you right now. You walk in the room. That happens.
yeah.
And then immediately there's like a as you hit some like energy shield. You're not wearing the overalls. And you take 3 points of lightning damage.
I had a pencil. Where did I put it? Thank you.
Oh, it's right. It's right there.
Yeah.
By all your bags.
Don't
overalls.
complain about the bags for dice.
I reward players for clever thinking. Yeah. So yeah, basically right now you recognize
yeah.
unless you get some overalls, you're not coming in this room.
Okay.
Unless I let you in.
And there's just a guy watching.
Some dude in the back like got him.
It's like the sword and the stone worker at Disneyland.
Yeah, in this case it really is like the overalls do have some sort of
Like sensor.
they're like not allowing you in. So but you could go and murder another person.
Oh, sure.
All right, so go ahead and just go ahead and give me either an investigation or perception check to find another person. While that's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and tell Scott to roll initiative.
At that point, Kane is moving around.
Kane is moving around. Okay.
Yes, moving around the space,
All
not
right.
in too much
Jovi, which
location, but
one?
mostly so I can be within 120 feet of a place where I've been.
So here we go. 120 feet of where you were.
Yes, because I'm about to use spy,
All right. Ooh, fancy.
and then hard light needle through the spy.
Ooh, okay. I'm excited. Give me a second. This is technically no longer single combat, but for the sake of him fighting, I'm going to let it be. I am going to have you
Yeah.
roll initiative, though. In order to pull that off, I need you to roll initiative.
Yes, the purpose of the spy is so that if anything seems like it's coming from somewhere, it's coming from somewhere that's not where I am.
No, I like it. Did you roll initiative?
I will.
Yes, because that will now determine not necessarily who goes first, but really in what order.
4.
Wow, awesome. What's funny is that I only rolled a 5.
19?
Yeah.
Does that beat it?
That's really good. So Scott wastes no time. I almost feel like I need to change the music now.
You want to go fast?
Scott absolutely
I had a cult meeting.
I don't know. It's just like music was like they're like really into it. I
They're
need
just
like a
super
large
into it.
crowd. Oh man.
I kind of like that.
What kind of
I mean,
large
if you
crowd is
liked
that?
it, that's fine.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Oh hell, Jay. Oh,
Oh, Jay, can you see?
No, OJ cannot see because he is now
Oh, my.
he's now somewhere. Where he is, that is not for us to say.
Orange juice Simpson.
Yes. There we go.
It's not for us to say.
I I almost just the reason I played this one is because it's like
That's gonna be a short.
it's like Duel of the Fates.
It's because this is the moment where Scott dies.
This is Scott's Duel of the Fates.
Scott could very well die.
out.
Scott's a modified assassin robot. Like, so he's like a toaster that's had a gun welded to it, whereas this is a gun.
This is a gun.
That was built as a gun.
As a gun. So don't worry, we got plenty of time in this moment here.
Okay.
So you are first to act. Jovthor, what are you doing in the midst of this catastrophe that you've created?
Well, one, he's like, oh no, what did I get Scott into? One.
Do
And
some
two,
nail biting.
He's tapping his fingers kind of on the table, just kind of very curious, just subtly, just kind of keeping his hands somewhere.
What was the price that we agreed to?
So just for the fight,
Yes.
was 1,000 credits.
Yeah.
And then Victor wanted to bet, and I bet 300.
Fun fact.
Right. He matched you.
Yes, he matched me. So
1,600.
if Scott wins, I get 1,600.
I feel
If
like,
I don't sneak,
I feel like if Scott wins, that blows our cover.
no, not necessarily.
Because
What
you
happened
told him
in-
it was
hold on.
just a
I'm gonna get
task
my
bot.
D20.
Oh, he's gonna get his. He's gonna get his. What D20?
My new one.
Oh, he's got a new one.
Got
You
the
have a new one?
So Scott is sort of the first to act, but Jovthor is staring at this pile of money. So this is we sort of just said 1,600, which is a lot, and then you see as other people begin adding to the pile, making it a total of 2,500. Should Scott walk away with his life?
So people are betting against me. Okay.
Yeah.
Duh.
Oh, I
And I will tell you right now, that pot will raise and lower, but never go lower than 1,600.
okay.
So if Scott makes it interesting, thereby making him the underdog of this fight, then you have the potential. So the more he loses, the more this pot increases. The more he wins, the more it goes down. So I'm just telling you that Scott could throw a few rounds and get you guys more money at the risk of his own life.
Scott's gonna try to live.
That's why I don't gamble.
So you throw that in there after I'm like, I'm
Ross
going to cheat. And you're
tells
like,
you,
ooh.
save yourself. Jofthor is like,
A few spare parts.
He's got it. He's got it.
I have total confidence in you.
So Scott, as she reveals her melee weapons, what do you do? You're now in the middle of this cage match as you see lightning rise up around the circle, the only way out being the central path that leads to the rest of the people in the room.
Scott, completely unfazed, from an A pose, without moving anything but his arms, whips out his laser half sword.
Okay.
Just very succinctly, and it's just there. He's just very focused for a
Dude,
robot.
I should have left it on. I could have done the sound for you.
I got it.
Bzz.
I'll do it.
Oh, you have the sound?
Yeah, I'll do it. But in the meantime, you need to roll to hit her.
Alrighty, here we go.
Shoot her.
Shoot him down like a lass.
Ooh.
I think I see
So
two.
that is a,
Oh,
I think it's a +7 now.
Oh.
So that is 22.
Oh, wow.
22 for sure hits. So Scott,
It was 21.
and then her name
Diane.
is Avata.
Avata the Bata.
Avata. A-V-A-T-A.
AVATA.
Okay.
So it is Scott
Aviation.
versus Avata. And you have now hit. So Scott 1, Avata 0. But it has only just begun. So now Avata, she was before Kane, comes at you with her katana and swipes across at your face.
not the face.
Does an 18 hit.
Yes.
Avata 1. And she slices Scott's cheek, and it goes, you just hear like a toong as it sort of echoes off of his metallic on his face. Now it is Kane who is some reason in this fight.
Did I find a place in this area where there's not as many people?
No, you're in a well-packed space.
Completely?
Where, I mean, sure.
like, I'm
I'll
going
give
to
you a
the
chance.
back.
I'll give you a chance to roll a stealth check.
I'm going to the back and facing away.
I'll give you a chance to roll a stealth check. Let the dice decide. I'll give you advantage because other people are looking away. You're right. I think the 13 is going to be the better roll there.
15.
15's not bad. It will all depend on how loud you decide to be.
I'm only going for verbal unless I'm casting spy.
Okay, so
And I don't think a whole lot of people are going to hear me here because
you sort of
loud,
activated in the same initiative. You're going to have to cast spy on your next turn because you just spent your action to hide. Does that seem fair?
I love that this is the musical. I'm trying to find overalls.
Because it's only round 1. Yeah. All right. Good start. Now, it is initiative gets rolled again
All right.
for you as well.
Oh, initiative rolls every time. Oh,
Every single time.
okay.
Because single combat is a bit different.
I'm so last.
Go ahead.
21.
I rolled an 11.
Oh,
I
you did
rolled
not
worse
hit.
than last time.
It's not a hit. This is like the
No,
initiative.
that was initiative.
And then what did you roll?
Oh,
3.
Great. So it is you, Scott, again.
okay.
Come on.
Ooh.
10.
No. So you go and you like try to go past her, and she's just sort of like blocks it with her blade, and then moves it out of the way. Now she is going to attack you. Wow, 12.
Does not hit.
It does not hit. Okay.
I dodge.
Now,
So Kane casts spy, creates a small opening the size of a spyglass lens to a space within 120 feet of a place he has already been,
Yes.
which is the other side of the arena,
yes.
but up close.
Yeah, so you're the inside of the lightning.
I don't think it matters
I don't know.
because what he's going to be casting through this in order to see a place.
Was that like a
is
bonus action?
Hard light needle. Nope.
Okay,
Coming
so
next
your
turn.
action was spy. So you just see Jovthor,
He's just
only because you know.
Actually, I don't think he does. Kane has never cast this before.
Ooh, this is a new spell for you to see then. All right, so then here we are right now.
Although he
right.
probably did notice Kane up here.
What?
He probably did notice Kane up
Yeah,
here.
Kane's up here.
yeah.
Although what he thinks about that,
All right, so what did you roll on your investigation perception check?
I got a 7.
So you begin to look around and try to find someone, and you're not finding someone. Roll again. All right, keep it to yourself, and now we move on to Jovthor. What are you doing, Jovthor?
Joe Thor is just still nervous, but he's cheering Scott on at the table and just kind of keeping like a hand on the table, like not necessarily super near the money, but he's keeping a hand on the table.
has anyone ever offered Joe Thor a drink yet?
Yes, when we first came in, I had.
No, like up here.
Oh, up here, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink anything that's up there.
Yeah, that's I'm not planning on it. I'm focused on the fight, but I did see Kane. And it's like I have no idea what he's doing. I lost him in the crowd.
It's because I'm facing the wall.
The what?
Is it fair to say that Joe Thor might be like getting a little?
Rowdy.
He's getting pumped. He's not quite there yet. He's still nervous about.
He's not monkey man mode yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Well, she missed the second shot, so maybe it's okay.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, you know what? This is fine. Scott's holding his own.
Now, I believe I read to you that this is a number of rounds,
Yes.
right? Right. We did not roll the number of rounds. So what I'm going to do right now is roll the number of rounds. So now we've gone on 2. So if I roll any less than 2, we go into using your con. You all right?
Yep.
All right. Oh, I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Wow.
So we are now both.
Wasn't it 2 plus con?
It was 2 plus con, but now we are in. If you want to continue to push yourself, we are tied. So right now, nobody would walk away with any money, if you guys were to stop.
But
Push yourself.
but what else would happen?
What else would happen is then we would resolve that.
That's it. That's the
Yeah.
end of the fight.
That would be the end of the fight. I mean, if you want to continue, I could also say it could be first 1 to 3 if you'd rather just go that way. That might make more sense in this
I think
case.
it would. Yeah.
3 sounds good.
All right, first 1 to 3. Scott and Devata continue to fight. Let us roll initiative again.
All right. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
17.
17.
10.
20. She comes in again, and you see her with her like blade, her chain whip. She sort of like wraps around your. She tries to wrap around your neck and pull. We'll see how she does. She does, in fact, wrap around your neck, and then you take your blade and slice it before she has the chance to do any damage. It is not a hit for Avata.
Nice.
Man, that was so cool.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 2 on the die.
Oh, yeah.
This would be boss.
He saw it coming.
So, Scott. If it had been a 1, he would have said, no.
It's only
was
a
it?
12, though.
12 plus 7.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. It's a
So,
12, though.
19.
That's a number.
19 is enough to hit Avata. How do you hit her?
I did not.
As I cut out of it, I get her on the back, on like her turn. So like on the backswing.
Yeah, because she has a little bit of range on you. So as you
Yeah.
cut it, you sort of just dive under and then cut down. And I'll just tell you, cut off her whole left arm. Just and she just goes.
Considering
shocks a
Kane
little
was
bit.
going before him, can I hold my action
Oh.
until he hits?
Sure.
And at that time, through the spy, because I can see through it, hard light needle.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's 2-1. Scott, go ahead.
Except I'm basically hitting her for 6. Unstoppable. And
Right.
It just
So you just hit her.
pops inside of her.
So then,
So when her arm gets sliced off, I'm popping part of the inside of her.
I mean, the rules for single combat don't normally allow for another person.
No, they don't.
So in this case,
Does that just count as a hit?
no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rule.
Or do you want me to roll for it?
I'm gonna rule that you have to roll.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's
Goes
my
Andy breaking
plus?
stuff again.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
He's good at it.
Just roll a spell attack, because you
Yeah.
technically have to do a spell attack action in a single combat.
That's a nat 20.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
So with a nat 20, I'm gonna rule that Avata now has 0. She doesn't get hit by Scott because it's first to 3, but she loses her hit on Scott.
Okay.
So like she sort of it's the same thing.
Oh,
but
got
different.
okay, gotcha.
Right, because Scott would have won, but that's very anticlimactic.
Right.
That's what I was
yeah,
going
yeah.
for.
So I'll take Avata's away. So now we roll initiative again.
Okay. Before we do that, how is the pot grown?
Oh, I see. So with
I thought I just won.
ooh, I like.
not that
Actually, I
time
like
of year
this.
yet, man.
I like this. So here's what I'm gonna do.
you were just saying
I'm
that
actually
is-
gonna make. I'm actually gonna keep Avata's thing because this is a single combat, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make it affect the pile. I like that.
Okay.
So what's happening is you sort of see the pile of money. As Scott Scott get hit and Avata gets hit, nothing really happens. Everybody's exchanging, throwing credits
Right,
in, taking
right.
credits out. We're still at the 2,500 that we were at.
Then there was
Right.
the miss.
Right, and then there was the miss, and same sort of scenario.
Okay.
Then we end up with where like Scott hits and she gets her blade sliced through, and we see as everyone's like, "Oh, who's it?" And they take stuff away, and we're at about 2,000.
And because of the hard
Okay.
light needle, she got hit hard.
And then the hard light needle comes out, just like out of nowhere, and then someone goes,
Staggering.
someone goes, "Someone's cheated!" And then the money goes down to 1,600.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said something. Okay. Yeah.
However, Avata is kind of off kilter, and I'll give it disadvantage on her
Great.
next attack. That's kind of what I'm going to do. Disadvantage on her next attack, because that's all the only thing I'm thinking of affecting wise.
Yep.
All right, so now we're in initiative again. Are you still in initiative?
Am I? Didn't we just do 3 rounds though?
No, we're doing first to 3 to hit, is what we decided.
3 hits.
Yeah, first to 3 hits.
Yeah.
All right. Ready.
Because, I mean, the con thing is great if you're doing like a duel with like blades, but this
Sure.
it's a little different. Natural one.
Not a natural 20.
14.
All right. So she goes first, and she lunges at you, and you see it coming because you're just prepared for this fight. And so she like jumps over you, and as she jumps over you, she goes, "Swoop," and you see a shotgun pop out of her arm, and she goes and fires at you.
Damn.
But she has disadvantage, so that's good.
What, you find a way to dodge it?
Does a 9 hit?
It does not.
So Scott, you just shotgun fired at you, but of course it's just a slug. It's not like a it's not going everywhere.
Oh, do a nice
and so
roll.
you lit what?
Do a nice roll to the side.
You Dark Souls dodge. Dodge. And it just you see the slug hit the ground and sort of like in the middle console goes as it kind of like breaks the mechanics going on in this place.
Nice.
But now it is your turn.
All right.
See, I'm not normally prepared for another human or thing or whatever you are.
That sounds good.
That is well over 20.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Yeah, that hits. So Scott 3, Avata to 1. I mean, she's going to keep pushing. She's got to...
I mean, first to 3.
Well, right.
That
But
first to three.
now we're going to start pushing.
Oh.
Where she's going to try to push through 2 more rounds.
Oh, she's got those extra.
She has a con score of +2, so if she does succeed on her next 2, you will both, like, die unless you hit her again over. So it's like, she's going to try to push you, but I know you have 3 and she has 2, so she's going to try to push you.
Okay.
Basically, if she hits twice more and you miss twice more, or don't attack twice more,
then you'll be tied.
then you'd be tied.
So if, like, you could theoretically just let her do her 2 rounds and not attack, spending no constitution, and you're just assuming that she's going to miss on both of them.
But then again, Kane just rolled another natural 20 and smacked her again.
Yeah, I don't like that you're in this combat. I don't. So I'm just going to rule that you're not. And we'll see as somebody says, you're cheating. And they start looking around for who's cheating.
If they know where there's something there, then they know where it came from. It's the opposite direction of me.
Well,
That's the
they
purpose
see
of
the
the
hole.
spy.
That's what I'm saying. They see the hole. So they begin to look around the room. And unless you...
The
like,
only man facing the wall.
Right. So what I'm saying is that you can either stop engaging in this combat and give yourself away, or you can continue engaging in this combat and then, like... Here's the thing.
You mean
At
the
this
opposite
point,
of that?
Yeah, you know what I'm starting to say. I'm just saying you got involved in a single combat, and single combat rules are not meant for this, so I'm penalizing you. Haha.
Fair.
But also the drama of there being a little hole that people can see, like little magic coming through, and they're like, so much cheating! So they begin looking around the room.
I don't think they even really know about magic.
What do you do
But I'll
as that happens?
Fine, I'll stop.
Thank you. I'm sorry, it just
Who do you
wasn't
want
meant
me
for
to
that.
kill?
Just go under the
No,
bleachers.
because here's the deal. If you want to participate in the combat in this way, I will just roll initiative, and you guys will all die because there are more of them than you. Which would be the rules that I should follow. Or I can just do what I just did.
Or being
Rule-
stealthy.
Rule of cool.
I mean, I'm not in the room. I might make it to the ship.
Well, I mean, if you
blow us all
want
up.
to be stealthy and continue attack, as soon as you roll an attack roll, which you did, you'd be out of stealth and everyone would become aware of you. Because that's how spells work.
You really
Yeah, but
pissed
the
him
spell
off.
that I
No, I'm not
used
angry.
was
I'm just saying, like,
know.
mechanically,
Yeah, he's making
it
it
would either have to be everyone's in the combat or we're single combat rules.
Yeah, but the spell I used was not supposed to be an attack roll.
Well, then you can't do it, and we're going to go right to initiative. Because
Also, it's like-
in order for single combat to occur, the attack if a spellcaster wishes to make a spell during the duel, they must
I think I can take her, Andy.
make a spell that is an attack roll.
Honestly,
this
yeah,
isn't D&D anymore. This is me using Kobold Press's rules for duels.
Gonna have to email them, aren't I?
I like them. I've ordered their game, but I'm just saying that
The
like.
attack
please.
rolls, though, I understand the mechanics of it.
Well, right,
definitely.
because of what it's meant to replicate. There are rules for standard duel, range duel, duel to the death, wrestling, jousting. It's meant to be a uncontested honor fight. That's meant to
When does
represent.
that ever happen in D&D?
It's well, right. It's meant because it's not because you play D&D like to the death. I'm meant to explain sort of that it's like if you were to say Inigo Montoya versus Wesley. That's the kind of fight we're talking about. We're talking about a fight where the guy surrenders at the end. Oh, you've bested me. Or a duel like they walk 10 paces, turn around. Or in a Western where they bang, first one to die. Like it's that kind of a fight, not a all-around gunshot, everyone's involved in the fight. That would be
melee.
rolling initiative in the D&D fashion. This is meant to be a totally hands-off, good luck fight. Now, if you want to roll initiative, we absolutely can. I'm going to put Scott in some real danger then, because that's what's going to happen. I'm giving you the choice. Would you like to be initiative, or would you like to let him duel?
Whatever, just keep going.
All right. That happened. Now it is.
And Joe Thor is just getting more excited. Like as he sees Scott dodge, he's getting more excited. He's still keeping a hand on the table, but he's kind of getting more
He's
excited.
a little more.
Yes.
Stop. He's not the only one in the room either.
That's true.
So
See, fits right in.
you can hear the sound. You hear it? They're going on in the background. Ah. All right. So Davato just rolls initiative because she's fighting.
Scott, roll initiative.
Do you want to continue to fight?
If you're
I
exhausted.
mean, she's going to keep fighting me, right?
Yeah, I'm saying,
True,
do you
but
want to
if
make
she-
an attack roll? Because otherwise,
Oh, you know what?
I'd say don't.
otherwise you can just let your AC fight for you.
At
Yes.
first, Scott's going to realize that he has a pretty good chance of winning or like dodging her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he realized that by the rules, he's won. So Scott's going to try and just avoid.
Okay, so yeah, just gonna let your AC save you. Here we go.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a 20 to hit.
No, that hits.
Avata curls around with her katana and slices at you, and then is going to do it again.
Now you might want to try it.
All right. After that, then Scott's going to try and dodge.
Okay, so let's roll initiative.
Nice.
What did she get?
Well, I'm pretty sure you beat me because I rolled a 9.
Yeah, I got a 19 on the
Okay,
die.
so roll to hit.
All right.
Keep in mind you have a point of exhaustion.
That's an 18.
That's nice.
So that is, what is 8 plus 7?
25.
25.
25 for sure hits. Scott 4, Avata 2. She cannot win. However, she's still going to fight.
Because she's a robot.
All right, she's in this last moment here where she's going to be totally dropping unconscious after this attack. Whatever it is. She does hit.
Okay.
And so it is Scott 4, Avata 3. As Avata takes her last lunge at you, what do you do?
Have I basically won at this point?
Well, I'm saying she takes one last lunge at you.
But
How do you
win?
kill her? She just comes and stabs in your direction. She's almost slides on skates, just in trying to go towards you. You can. However it is you kill her.
as she comes at me, I twist out of the way, grab her arm, and cut off her head.
And you just see like, as she falls limp, you sort of have her arm in your hand and sort of continues to move, whips back and slams onto the ground because it's still in your hand.
Yeah.
And then the head just like stays where it was and then just falls on the ground.
Cool.
Yeah. And Joe Thor is just going to be going crazy. He's like, yeah!
And did the pot go up on those 2 hits that I took?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just say that we're at 2,000.
2,000. All right.
We are at 2,000. Here's my lightsword fight sounds.
2K.
I gotta get to the club. The club.
You gotta get to the club.
We all got to get to the club.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what's going on. Now you see that they sort of go, huh, someone cheated. You broke the rules of our deal.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who cheated? I didn't see anything.
Make a deception check.
Or persuasion.
Or persuasion, your choice.
Looks at stats.
I love
He's
not.
got
it's probably the
terrible
same.
charisma.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, well, Joe Thor is going to be honest, but this is just a perception. Sorry,
Persuasion.
persuasion.
You're persuading him. I mean, that's really
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
I think it's a -1.
Yeah, so 18.
18's not bad.
Yeah.
So he
It's like-
says,
I believe you.
he says, fine, you get to keep the money that we agreed to, but I get your robot.
That is not possible.
Why is that not possible?
For one thing, that was against the deal that we made beforehand. And 2, he has sensitive information for me. It's not valuable to anyone else.
Life isn't fair. I'm taking your robot.
No.
Scott in this moment is going to act like a. Can I do put on a performance
Okay.
to act like I'm kind of damaged in battle to where I'm now a piece of junk?
Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Ooh,
Like I just kind of.
interesting.
It's a great use of performance.
Performance. It's not terrific.
Get like 1 spark.
Yeah.
9. So my cheek just goes. Psst.
Fine. You can keep your robot, but you must leave now.
That is fair. All right. It's Ivan, right?
Victor.
Yeah,
What?
Victor.
Victor.
Sorry. No, I'm asking, like,
I
outside.
heard you,
Yeah.
Simeon.
It has been a pleasure doing business with you. Let me collect my robot, and we will be out of your hair.
Don't
Kane's
forget your credits.
I will not.
You know what?
So-
Here. You were entertaining. Everyone liked it. Have some more. And he gives you 2,100.
In addition?
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He gives
Total.
you
Okay.
a total of 2,100.
Okay. And
tip.
then that's plus the 700 that I did not bet. So I will come out with 2,800.
You mean 700 that you already had?
Yeah. Well, this.
I'm saying you put everything into the pot. He put some money into the pot.
Okay.
Whatever you got now is what you have now.
Okay.
So it's like, because if you gave 1,000, right?
No, I
Or
gave 300.
You gave 300. So you got the 300 you gave back. So
Right.
subtract 300 from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So plus 1,800.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a good haul.
Yeah. No, it is. Okay. Yep. Plus 8.
Plus the money that Scott stole. Like,
While,
yeah,
they're,
that's
while they're
fine.
talking, Kane's going to try to be on the elevator.
Okay, yes, Kane,
Yes.
you're on the elevator. No big deal. You are
Like,
no,
not-
like they start
not
looking
with him.
around and they'll be like, "Who cheated? Was it you?" And they like start fighting each other, and like there's like a bit of a, and then you're just like, "I'm avoiding this. I'm leaving," and then you just get on the elevator. No big deal.
And then I'll go down, grab Scott, kind of help guide him
Yeah,
Like he's an old man.
I'll pretend to be like
it's very poor acting.
Yeah, no one believes you, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
very poor.
I'll just hold on to him, just walk down. Like, let's just go.
As soon as we get to the stairs, I just walk.
So you guys
normally.
you guys get out of the building and you sort of walk over and you begin to head towards your ship and you just see Ewan and 4 bodies.
This
And
one's
he's-
too bloody.
He's trying to put on overalls over his suit, and there's just 4 dead guys in the hallway.
That's great.
Is it just us?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Scott
guys
says
are- you guys are
nothing and
behind
just
me.
looks at Joe Thor like,
You guys are behind me. So the first one getting there is Kane. And Kane's gonna say, it's time to go. Go set the thing.
Oh yeah.
Set the timer.
Oh yeah. On it.
Set the
So you run and set the timer.
Yep.
All right. And we're just walking to the ship, but we see Ewan run this way. It's like, where are you going?
I had a plan. It's a fun plan. We're not getting followed.
Okay, we're leaving quickly. Do what you need to do and get out here. And we'll just keep walking to the ship. And on a comm, it's like, Memory, we're coming aboard. Can you open up the...
Okay.
Bod-
Okay. And then the thing opens up from the back of your ship, letting you in.
Right. All right. Ewan, make it fast. I don't think we are appreciated here.
What'd you do?
I'll talk about when you get back on the ship.
nothing worse than you did.
Well, we don't know what he did.
Killed 4 people
Oh wait. Oh yeah, we did see that. It's like,
that you know of.
that we know of. 4.
oh yeah, okay. Fair.
yeah.
I forgot that we saw this. Like,
So you guys begin to take off in this ship and move in that direction. And Memory is just sitting there with a little like iPad sized, actually I would say more like a large phone, like about this big, right? And she's sort of holding it in her hand, and you just see a clock moving down as she's waiting for the thing to blow up.
From what number?
It doesn't.
I
wasn't
think
it like
we said 5 minutes.
Wasn't it like
5
5 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
and
5.
she goes, well, we've had to move.
what did you guys do?
Anarchy.
What did you guys do?
Anarchy?
We planned ahead in case things went south, and I'm not unplanning.
What did you do?
Oh my god.
No,
You're good. So basically, you guys are sort of like flying in this direction towards away.
Towards away.
Towards away. Are you guys planning? Are you guys planning to go anywhere? Because we sort of got to begin our normal. I got to grab a book and we got to begin our normal prepare to travel thing. Of course, in this case, it's another rush leaving, which means we're gonna have no time for preparation rolls. And
You
we're just
might
gonna
want
get
to switch
straight
the music to
travel.
explosion.
Oh yes, I will indeed turn off this.
Yeah, I don't think the club music's playing anymore.
But I will assure you that what does occur is going to surprise you. So,
I assume I've made it back at this point.
Well, yeah, no,
so you're all back.
we're
You're
on
all
the
leaving
ship.
the ship. You're traveling away. I'm fast forwarding that a little bit.
We fast forwarded to we were leaving
gotcha.
and watching the timer. She's watching the timer click down.
I'm staring out the
apparently.
window. I want to watch this.
And no one has answered Joe Thor, so he's sweating. He's like, "What did you guys do?"
Oh no, we're assuming it happens right after. What did you do?
We may or may not
all right.
have put a bomb at one of the engines so they can't follow us out here.
They were not
So-
going to follow us at all.
You don't know that.
Not anymore.
They didn't hate us that much
You don't know that.
before you killed 4 people.
5.
You.
Kane is now taking off the overalls.
Ewan, I think you and I need to have a conversation at some point about unnecessary killing.
Oh no, I had a reason. I can't do that. Oh, I'm laughing.
I believe Ewan may be a danger to others as well as himself.
I had a reason. They're trying to get a disguise.
I just want to go back to Nimbus.
Less people to try to follow us out.
Well, I will tell you that something about Ewan's plan doesn't seem so crazy when you see it from his perspective. And I'll tell you, his perspective is correct.
In backstory?
Yay!
What?
Because?
So he stares out the window and looks towards the
No, I warned you all before this.
looks towards
too.
the large kind of
BlackRock HQ.
this huge HQ that's floating in space in the middle of an asteroid field. And we cut to the inside of said asteroid. As you see Victor talking in a back room. He sort of walks in, pushes this back space. You see he moves some whores out of the way, and he goes, get out. And then sort of walks and sits down in his chair, and he
very
grabs
Russian
this
way.
sort of like large console in the middle, like a backpack radio in the World War II style, but all Star Warsy. And he grabs it, and he holds it up to his ear, and he goes, hello. Yes, they were here. They took off with our money, like you said we should give them. Yes, I gave them the 100. What was so important about the 100? Well, I had that tracker put on some of that cash I gave you.
That's a gun.
So now I
You're
can track them.
gullible.
And don't worry, I'll find them. Yeah, you'll be compensated. But, I don't think that'll matter. What do you mean? Why won't that matter?
Great minds think alike.
And he goes, I think Ewan might have seen me coming. I killed some of my men. They were in disguise.
No way.
As we cut flash to Ewan's visor illuminated in nothing because there is no light in space, explosion-wise. What? It's just
Light from an
There's no
explosion.
sound.
it's just
There is in Star Wars.
this isn't Star Wars. It's just
That's true.
as
It's just a shockwave.
there's no sound. It's just
You can't see it.
everything moves. There's like a small pulse visually, and it moves and then continues on its velocity.
You can't see under my helmet, but I'm smiling.
Ewan, you son of a gun, you did it again.
He was killing the people who he needed to.
And
Did they need to die?
That's how you undo
Yes.
bad role play. No, it was fine. I'm not really mocking you.
No.
And
I was about to say, you said he killed 4 people.
No, I know. No, but he killed a guy for no reason. I was like,
that's true,
what's
that's
the
true,
reason?
that's true.
Now we have one.
That's great.
Don't forget the other 4 bars.
Insider information.
All right, so we're traveling. We're traveling in space. Is there anything you guys wish to do just barely before we take off into our next destination?
I want to inspect the cache and make sure it's not fraudulent in any way.
Okay, go ahead and give me. That's fair. It's a very meta investigation
Bad
check.
role playing to metagaming.
Very meta investigation check. But I will say he was aware that he was fighting the men that belonged to, yes, you know him, the man, the myth,
Rupert Hayes.
the legend, Rupert Hayes.
So,
Investigation check.
He's after you guys.
He is
so,
after us.
so I have the 1800, and then Scott, how much money did you hack away?
I absconded with 1400.
Did
Gotcha.
do that.
So we have 3,200 credits as a group.
We do?
Well,
Between what the two of them just got.
yeah,
Yes.
between what we just got.
What is
and,
this, communism?
And whatever money each of us personally have.
Sharing.
So, do you need to do something, Jane? I was just going to figure out how we want to
No, do that.
Yeah.
I'm just preparing for this journey.
Okay.
I'm
George
going,
was like, we got money.
Am I
So,
doing an investigation check?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
go
look
ahead.
at the money.
after that I'm going to talk to
9.
Looks fine. Why on earth would they? You got him. You killed the men you needed to kill.
Got him.
Yeah.
You know Mr. Hayes Officer Hayes is going to struggle to find you.
Yeah.
Money's clean.
Of course.
All right.
Can you imagine when you have a screwdriver and you just Throw it and catch it. He just does that with the chit.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I'm going to start doing more, and I will do it in my future games as well, doing more showing you what the villains are up to. So technically, you shouldn't have even thought of to look in
Yeah.
the money. I think it's fine, given what I told you your character was aware of.
Yeah.
But
Especially
that's
since
the,
he
but
failed
that's
the
the
roll.
context. So I may end up revealing like a lot, and you'll just be like,
Gotcha.
I can't act on what I know. That's the goal.
Gotcha.
Unless your character would have a reason to.
Yeah,
Gotcha. So,
it's all good. It's first game ever, so welcome.
He's doing great. We love
All right.
Jackson.
all right. So,
Someone has to.
net 3,200. This ship is advanced. It has a lot of great things, but I feel like we're gonna need to do more. So,
You should probably
I'm.
take the credits off those
I'm-
chips.
Are you saying this out loud to everyone?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm going to say I would like to use the 1,400 that I have procured myself for upgrades on my body, as I was inefficient in this combat.
That is reasonable. I think that we should use part of that. Still a good amount. Let's start with 700. That should be enough to give you a lot of good upgrades potentially. And if we need more, we can draw from it. So let's see, my 700. So that's 2,500. I think we should all have 20 to 30 credits on us at any time for any reason that we might need. Is everyone good with that? So,
What is the reasoning behind your allotments?
because I want to save as much money to upgrade the ship as soon as we can.
As
Because
in
Nimbus,
what?
Because
What?
Nimbus is a communist state, of course.
As in what?
I was about to say that was not
I'm trying
determined, but if so,
I'm trying to say, like, what are you offering me in exchange for only using? Because like you're asking me to give you money, so it's like what am I getting out of the 700 credits that I get to keep?
I will personally work on you.
I know I'm asking
Oh.
what.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
to be determined. Because I need to look to see what I can actually do on you based on what I can do.
When you have the specifications ready, I will hand over the chits.
All right, fair.
Credits.
They're
It's-
on chits.
They're on chits.
Not
All right.
yours.
Not yours.
So-
No, yours was in a bank account. You directly downloaded.
Okay, fine.
Also, Kane is going to put forth that we should probably get those credits off there.
They might have stolen them.
You, it
You're right.
Okay, yeah.
Money could be unclean.
all right. Do we
I
have?
checked it.
But it's not clean. It's all clean.
I
when it's
scrubbed
digital,
my
right?
money.
Fair.
Okay. Well, let's put it on a local thing for the ship, like a centralized bank account. I'm feeling that sounded more communist as I said.
All right, Mom.
No, it's not a bad idea
yeah.
to give some money towards the ship. It's just what percentage?
Nonsense.
What are we tithing?
0.3.
To the ship?
Well,
We're tithing to the thing that flies us through space.
I think let's put 2,000.
I'll be fine.
Let's put 2,000 for the ship, and then we'll split the 500 between the rest of us.
I'm fine. I don't.
Once
I don't need.
okay.
Okay.
And that's subtracting the 700 for Scott. So we'll upgrade Scott with 700. He'll give us the rest. 500 split between the 5 of us, and then 2,000 to the ship.
Well, if we're going to upgrade the ship, where do you suggest we do that? The closest planet would be Jupiter.
Jupiter. Yeah.
We could head to your
Head to Nimbus.
head to Nimbus.
You know some places there
I
that
don't
can
like
upgrade
communist
ships, right?
planets. Not
Surely.
a fan.
I know places that we can go on Nimbus. It's just whether it will be. Oh, I was gonna say whether it will be safe for everyone, but I don't think we've been safe since we've met.
Do we get to meet Mommy and Daddy Jofthor?
You might be able to meet Volkthor and my mother, but I don't know yet.
Nimbus is approximately exact distance away, and will take approximately exact time to get there. I'm going to rest and repair myself.
That's great.
All right. Technically, you don't.
I don't.
Nope. You
Why
guys
not?
did not get a chance to prepare as you left. I mean, unless you roll the ability to take a rest in the travel rules, danger makes you unable to get a perfect rest.
Or we're gonna like encounter something before we. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like basically the way that travel works, and when we play other fantasy games that I will eventually run, you'll understand that basically travel is because it is always dangerous. You don't get the effects of a long rest unless you roll the ability to take a long rest.
Okay.
Right. So it's like it becomes a party game. It becomes a gamified version of travel. So that being said, we sort of need to determine once more who's our leader, who's our outrider, who's our quartermaster, and who's our sentry.
Like, are we redefining it every time?
I mean, you can change your minds. I'm just telling you.
I was on weapons.
I'm fine with what I was. Before.
So the last time, leader was Kane,
Oh.
navigator was Ewan, quartermaster was Joe Thor, and sentry was Scott.
God
And,
bless you, Scott. Or Scott. Ross.
and I have the different roles that everyone would have to make
Yes.
for the positions.
Cool. What is it doing?
Leader, perception, insight, performance, navigator, wisdom, survival, technology, quartermaster, investigation, tech, sentry, perception, piloting, insight, tools.
This is made on top of anything that we might encounter. Just letting you know. So
Yeah.
if you want to, you can inspire confidence. You can do all these things. You don't have to. You know. So what we need to do right now is we actually need to we need to determine our journey. So we're gonna have 3 potential encounters on our way to Jupiter. It's pretty far.
Okay.
And so we need to determine right now, we need to determine our journey difficulty. So due to the fact that you're being tracked, and
Unknowingly.
unknowingly, I am going to increase our difficulty. So it's going to be 10 plus 3.
Okay.
Now, for the potential other things that are out there, the potential dangers, the state of the galaxy, I'm going to add an extra 2. So our
Okay.
DC, our difficulty, journey difficulty, will be 15. Okay?
Okay.
Our journey difficulty is 15. Keep that in mind for the rolls that I will ask you to make. For now, I need everyone, actually not everyone, pardon me, I need someone to determine what the encounter type is going to be. Our first of 3 potential encounters. I think actually you guys need to make a group travel check first. Yes. No, this is what I need you to do. So this is going to determine
What
our
am I
number of encounters.
rolling?
We may add 2 more encounters, or we may lose 1. But what we're going to do is we're going to roll our group travel checks. Our group travel checks are going to be our little skill checks, right? Our little things we were talking about a second ago. So I'm going to tell you what those are.
I can't stay so engaged. What's happening?
No, I know. I understand. I'm learning this. I'm doing it live. It's happening.
Do it live.
Do it live. I also just really like this book, and I'm giving it a shot. You guys should try stuff that you buy. So
that's
our
fair.
group travel
Yeah,
check.
sure.
Our group travel check for our leader. You're going to either create outward confidence. Doesn't really seem like you. Inward resolve, making an insight check, or a song in your heart and sing a performance check with any musical instrument or an ability check to fill your allies' hearts with hope and heroism.
It's definitely not that last. I thought the one was.
Love to see Kane
I
try
thought one
that.
of them was a perception check.
Now,
Oh, never
I
mind.
feel like Kane could be out of pocket.
It's
and sing a
insight
song.
then.
insight. I'm just going straight for the book here.
Straight over, but. And I have the proficiency.
Remember, your DC is the difficulty of the journey.
19.
You succeed. All right. Now our outrider, our navigator, if you will. They're going to. You need to make a wisdom survival check, an intelligence investigation check, or yeah, that's pretty much it.
Before you do that, could you describe the middle one to me again? So I know what I'm doing here.
Oh yes, you are steeling yourself for what is to come, and preparing yourself for the journey, inspiring other people to see how you're holding your composure.
We'll probably make it.
I love it.
I'll do survival.
Yes, go ahead.
Nice. It's over 15 on the dice.
20.
Okay, he succeeds.
No, I don't. I don't succeed. That's
You
weird.
succeed. Now our quartermaster. You need to sort of keep things organized using your investigation skills,
Or
or
quarter.
you can use your technology skill, or you can cook.
I mean,
I would do tech.
All right, he's doing his technology skill to keep the ship in ship shape. Tip-top ship
Oh,
shape.
maybe I was getting hungry.
ship top. Ship.
This determines quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I know.
What do you?
It's 12.
So, you begin to go about the ship. Be careful to not trip any new wires, mess anything up. But nothing is really prepared. You kind of just, yep, that's there. Okay, you took inventory. And in the amount of time it took you to do that, you forgot what you were supposed to be doing.
All right.
Joe Floor has ADD.
Yeah.
Now it
Just
is
blew up a ship or something.
Yeah.
now it is the sentry, the person who is watching, looking around to make sure that everything is good. So you need to make a wisdom perception check to spot problems. You need to make a dexterity stealth check to ensure that we're not followed, or you need to make an ability check using a disguise kit. Just kidding. It's one of the first two: wisdom perception or dexterity stealth.
Wisdom perception.
Okay, he's looking around to spot early problems along the route.
You're wild.
That's 15 on the dice.
15 on the die.
Very nice.
All right. So our group travel check is more than half the party succeeds. The whole party did not succeed, meaning it is our base plus 0 in terms of encounters. So we are at 3 total encounters. Now, someone roll a d12.
I got it. I'm waiting for this. 8.
8.
It's a good roll.
A place to rest.
Hey!
So flying through the...
We find a Motel 8000.
I think they're on
A
page...
black woofin? Or starry woofin?
I thought you were looking up a
There
Motel
it is.
8000.
Yeah.
Like it's on page.
It's like, wow.
So I was,
Oh, there are options for that. Do you want to?
No.
No, but I'm going to tell you kind of what happens here, because this book is super well organized. Yay!
All right.
To encounter types, there it is, 53.
I need to look to see what I can upgrade on Scott.
It's in
Sure,
most of
yeah,
these are in
yeah.
my other
Gracias.
organizational tool.
What?
Gracias, senor.
Okay, so
It's a monkey, not
a
Mexican.
place to rest.
Maybe Scott's Mexican.
The place to rest has 2 steps: the quartermaster check and
it.
the group check. The quartermaster then makes a wisdom survival check to determine how safe the location is, directs the party how to best set up, and prepare the
Wait, who does?
the quartermaster. So what is going to happen is you're going to roll. I think you're going to roll d10 actually.
D10?
He's going to roll a d10 first, and then we're going to basically see if the place that he picked is good.
Me?
So roll a D10.
Oh,
yes.
cool. 8.
Yeah.
Not
8.
bad. Not bad.
That's a B.
Hey, you guys are traveling out in the middle of this dark, empty abyss. Forever and ever you travel until you come across the shell, the empty mass of a large frigate drifting in space.
Is it the one I blew up?
No.
Oh.
And you see that this used to be some sort of a military ship carrying probably millions of people.
Ooh,
Holy cow. How big is this thing?
It's big.
huge.
It's probably about the size of... Probably about like a football stadium
Wow.
in terms of like it's what's left here. A lot of it's drifting.
So
Gotcha,
football
okay.
stadium in one dimension. So probably a football stadium also in the other dimension. Or
It's like the
half
size
that.
of a football stadium.
Yeah. But it's also
So we
3D.
see Wrigley Field
It's just
drifting
massive
in the
space.
space.
It's just this huge
Baseball.
ship.
Baseball.
And you sort
Yes.
of fly.
Focus oil.
You sort of fly into the area, realizing that you could probably hide your signal within this large mass. Go ahead and make a survival check, Joe Thor.
Joe Thor, survival.
Joe
With a D20.
to the rescue.
We'll see.
That is a wisdom. 14.
That does not pass because we know the DC. The difficulty of this journey is 15.
No!
You know, if I didn't have -1 wisdom, I would have rolled a 15.
the -1.
Yep. It,
At least it's not a strength check.
however,
sure.
so with that, you're going to make your group checks at disadvantage. So here we go. You go and you land the ship. You tell the ship to land on the top. You're like, this is fine. This is safe.
On the
We
top?
don't- Yeah, like
Not inside?
Like on the ship's surface, wherever we're talking space wise, not within, which would have hidden your signal. Now, wow, that's what? Oh, they wrote this as the party must make a Constitution perception check to ensure those on duty stay alert.
So if you have proficiency in perception, you
You
get
can
your
use it,
proficiency.
but you need to add your Constitution modifier.
Gotcha.
So every member of this group with disadvantage because of Jovthor's decision to land on the surface
Is
of
it too
this
late
ship
to give inspiration to have him reroll?
Yes.
It is not too late
Oh.
because no one has rolled their dice yet.
Or move their
Okay.
eyes.
I'm
get
not putting up with
another
a minus
chance.
one having to roll 2 dice because of you. Come on.
Okay, I just want to say, remember, I rolled a 15. And it's
you have a minus 1.
Yes. So the chances of me getting
Roll a 16. That's all you need to do.
the chances of that aren't great.
And they're not.
Actually,
It's all right.
You have a
Jackson's a
plus
gambling
6.
man.
Not often.
you get a plus
switching dice.
6 on
switch dice.
Constitution perception.
Did not help.
Did it make it worse?
It made it worse.
Made it worse.
What's it now?
9.
On a failure of 5 or more. Just kidding. He takes it. He got
Yeah,
an
it's advantage.
inspiration, so that was it. Actually, it's a re-roll. It's not an inspiration.
not.
It's a re-roll. So it is a failure by 5 or more. The party makes a group check with disadvantage, and they are bombarded by an attack in the night.
Jackson!
So go ahead and roll your Constitution perception checks to ensure you stay alert.
So you add 6 to the lower one.
12.
Wait, so I'm adding what to my dice roll?
You proficient in perception.
Do you have the proficiency box circled or something? In
Your perception skill. Are you proficient? Is it dotted? Oh my gosh.
No.
So you
Okay.
just add your Constitution modifier, which
There
is
you go.
3.
Okay. 9.
Nice. That's a fail.
11.
Fail.
12.
Fail.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. If more than if half or fewer of the party succeed, which is where we're at,
Yeah.
the party have an uneasy night and cannot relax. They feel no better by morning and gain no benefits from a night's sleep.
Yay!
It's an all-nighter.
We're doing great, guys.
Okay.
Got robot insomnia.
Did memory roll well?
She doesn't roll. She's not involved in this.
No.
She's an NPC.
She's
who
above
does
all
not-
this.
She does not affect
Just above
anybody.
it all.
Meaning the next encounter is going to be rough.
She's just like, I don't care.
So what this does is it adds another potential encounter. So you've added one more encounter.
All right.
So now I need somebody to roll a d12.
It's me.
It's you.
Andy's rolls.
It's a 4.
It is a 4.
Never
Not
mind.
great.
Never mind. I was about
not
to say Andy's
great.
rolls have been.
High
pretty good
might not
tonight.
necessarily be good.
4. Okay. 232. Roll a d10.
So, the reason Joe Thor did not have an uneasy night, he's trying to think of ways to upgrade Scott, and that's just professionally he is.
It's already so perfect.
Scott did not have Scott had an uneasy night because when he got his face slashed in half, it prevented him from downloading the rest of his Windows updates. So he was stuck in an endless cycle of updating. Updating refused. Updating could not complete.
Ewan had a rough night because he was still admiring destroying that place.
Oh.
He's just daydreaming.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Dude,
mind.
Ewan's a psychopath.
Are you ready? Are you ready
He
for
had a
this?
plan.
Please enter your authorization key.
Zane, let me ask you this question: when did you figure this out? Just now?
The 4 bodies.
5.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't need to roll anything. I basically this is the system here. So you are traveling around through space
After
after the night, right?
Okay.
And you continue to travel, and you see sort of following some of this weird. I wouldn't call it residue, but it's like you can sort of see mass in space, right? You can sort of see this like floating debris, and as you're sort of following it, it's metallic and similar to the ship you were just crashing on. So you're sort of sort of moving away from it, but also you're sort of seeing pieces of it. Now you see in the distance what's like a small, like escape pod, likely from the ship that you just saw. And you see within the escape pod,
It's gonna be Rupert Hayes.
see within the escape pod. Somebody roll a d4.
I will. I got it. 1.
Hell.
You see a lone person inside the escape pod, screaming into nothing. Still alive within the pod.
I do.
You all do.
We all do.
With my suit and the jetpack, am I able to save him?
You can certainly try. Let me roll what you have to roll here. There's like, these things have weird rules and they're awesome. It's more like mini games, right?
Making up for those people I killed.
Needing assistance.
I don't know if that's going to do
Gotta
it.
get some karma back.
Just the beginning of you fixing your.
Hey, my
So
mistake
this one
saved
is
you. You're welcome.
I
You got
heard,
Ru-
I never heard.
us? They weren't coming after us.
Oh, they were Rupert Hayes' men.
They were Rupert Hayes'
And
guys.
Ewan.
I
killed them all.
So says
Apparent-
Ewan.
Ewan apparently knew that.
Yep.
So says Ewan.
Actually,
Yeah.
Ewan didn't know that. He just got lucky. He just indiscriminately killed the
I
right
had a
people.
bad feeling about them.
Okay.
The last time I killed 17 people, I also
every
said the
single
Rupert Hayes
person must determine the role and how they will be helping to retrieve this man from his escape pod.
I do. 2.
Every
Everyone.
single person
Okay.
has to determine how they help
I'm-
because this is a group check.
I'm gonna help by monitoring like the escape pod systems, the life form. Like I'm just gonna be running data check.
Okay, go ahead
on
and make a
everything.
data check.
I guess Joe Thor is going to be manning the airlock, whether Ewan is going out to get him with his jetpack, or if we are somehow docking with the escape pod to let them in.
Can anyone tether me in case I don't have enough fuel to get back?
Let's go ahead and make a technology check. Is
We're in a ship.
Tech.
that what you
Sure.
think you were trying to do?
Yeah, essentially, yeah,
Yeah.
essentially technology.
17, by the way.
Okay, pass.
With disadvantage or no?
What are you trying to do?
Damn.
Get out there and get him out of
Go ahead and
just
make a
not-
sleight of
That's how
hand.
it goes.
Sleight of hand.
It's all right.
That would make sense to me, wouldn't it?
That or,
part of the
that or
story.
survival.
Your choice, really. I'll let you
I
choose.
know.
I'm finding
It's the same bonus for either
extra-
one. So
spacesuit / breather or something so they don't die.
Go ahead and
What is
make an
survival?
investigation or perception check.
I'll do survival. I'm proficient in it. So
All
I
right,
get
go
the
for
extra 3. 14.
14?
Yeah.
It's a fail.
21.
It's pass. Fail.
Nat 1. What?
So we have 2 fails. If half or fewer of the party succeed. All right, I'm going to describe this, narrate it. So Joe Thor is attempting to sort of monitor. No.
Airlock.
You're attempting to get the airlock prepared. You get the airlock prepared. You begin to sort of prepare the space. You have your side of the room ready. You have the other side open and ready to lock in. You see as Ewan sort of drifts through space and sort of blowing his jetpack in the direction to get towards this ship. He gets towards it. He grabs it. Doesn't take much. And the ship begins to move back with him because that's how physics works in this context. And he moves towards the ship. And then you failed.
Yeah.
So you sort of move around and try to get everything locked in. And those two are getting everything locked in. Scott is like, systems are good. Everything's locked in. Everything's going to be awesome. All they have to do is get the door attached. Super stoked. Can't wait to meet this person. They're going to have a great story to tell. You get the life suit ready, some change of clothes, some food. You're prepared for this person to be brought on the ship. And Jove Thor gives the thumbs up for Scott to open to open the inside door as Ewan pushes the door finally locked in. He pushes it all together, heads on in. They all begin to welcome this person. And he opens his door on the other side, preparing to press the button, Scott. And you see he comes out and goes, and just floats in space as there was no lock, and all of the oxygen was sucked like a vacuum out of him, and he dies instantly.
Instantly?
He dies instantly.
I mean, basically.
He dies in moments.
Very painfully.
Oh, pairs.
And he just sort of floats, and then you see as the sort of like system moves away and disconnects, and he sort of floats and drifts out into space as all 4 or 5 of you really look at him and his body sort of just begin to crystallize a little bit as the surface on his skin begin to bubble.
Very like Guardians of the Galaxy.
And as it gets far enough away from you, you can't hear it, but his skin gives way, and a little bit of liquid comes out of him, and then freezes, and then expands, and then pops. In this endless cycle as the human body is in space.
Oh, it's a shame.
Scott says over the intercom,
That's a shame.
the life form is no longer detected.
No shit.
Thanks, Scott. I think we got that. My bad. Sorry, guys.
And you guys say I'm the psychopath.
They all die.
I usually do it on accident.
Was that persuasion?
That's
I'll roll it.
that's space. All right, so now somebody roll their last encounter. Roll a D.
I will
12.
roll. And
Yeah.
then
Don't let me.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
See, these minigames are fun.
Yeah. We should watch the man die horrifically.
11.
Ooh, that is a good roll.
11.
It's not the first time.
It's a high roll. We don't know if it's a good roll.
It is a roll.
That's like an A-. That's a good roll.
Well, we don't know what 11 means.
Yeah, true. Higher can
One
be
less
worse.
than 12.
Yes,
You're
but
not wrong.
This is an encounter table. This is not a.
Math quiz, yeah, I know. I'm being trying to have
The
fun.
planet.
Not that either, sure.
A planet appears in the distance. You can see it. It's small. It's very small in the distance. It is Jupiter.
Very tiny.
Oh,
That's no moon.
Jupiter is in the distance. You see it. It is about the size of a jelly bean
Lemon.
in your perspective,
Oh, jelly beans.
but it's out there.
I like jelly beans.
And as it sort of gets larger, more orange and white and milky, you rolled an 11?
Yes. Hey, that's a good roll for the jelly bean.
It is.
Ooh, 73, good roll.
Suzanne can make noises over the mic, but I can't. Let's see how it is, Ross. Playing favorite.
Yes.
You were doing it for longer earlier.
I was also intentionally being obnoxious.
What about when you were unintentionally being obnoxious?
Oh.
I never thought of it like that.
Okay, well, I'm trying. So
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do for Scott.
All right. So here's what happens. You guys see in the distance an SJF ship.
Friends.
It is nearby the planet. And I will tell you now, you all have to make group checks here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely fix this for the future. I just wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Fix the system contextually, how I play with it. But right now it's very flipping pages. But it's fun. So, out in the distance
I like it. I like the mini games and stuff.
is the ship out there. But, of course, we all know that this sentry needs to spot the threat. I'll tell you, you see the threat. It's out there. There's no hiding it in space. But I do need you to make a perception check to give the threat its proper
Level of.
level of
Friendliness.
attention.
Yeah.
Perception?
Yeah.
20.
Nice.
20?
Going.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Danger.
Okay. You notice
will
the
up.
approaching danger, and the party does actually, because of your role, have time to prepare.
Can we prepare by putting the ship in stealth? Wait, no, we can't do that for too long.
Ooh, yeah,
Each
it's like 6
party
minutes.
member needs to make your choice of either are you going to attempt to lure the enemies in for a surprise, a potential fake surrender that will give you the jump on them in melee combat, or are you going to enter stealth?
I don't think we should lure them in. I don't think that we would do too well
Let's
against.
go for stealth.
Yes,
Yeah, let's go for stealth.
Do we roll
What
stealth?
do you think, Ewan?
I mean, I have that commander badge still.
You You're outvoted.
All right, so this is actually normally it would call for dexterity stealth checks, but I'm open to interpretations.
Dexterity.
Oh, in terms of what? it
So
uses.
I assume that with Scott's roll, that we have perceived them, but they have not perceived
They
us.
have not perceived you.
Okay.
I would argue that this is more of a data stealth check because it's all sensor based.
You could argue that it's data.
So.
That would mean everyone here has to roll data.
Never
yeah,
mind.
Yeah, you don't want to.
3 of the 4 of us would
Got a
probably
plus
be
one.
fine with that. So, just for reference, cloaking, we can only cloak for 5 minutes a day.
I think 5 minutes would be enough to avoid an encounter, at least, right?
Maybe it depends on what the distances are.
So, roughly how far away is the ship? You said that Jupiter is obviously jelly bean size in our view. So, roughly how far away is the SJF?
Here's how this is gonna go. If you guys all succeed, you ambush your enemies. If more than half succeeds, the combat starts.
What kind of ship are we talking about?
And the
I
other
thought we
group,
were-
the other
oh,
group is surprised.
So we're choosing between ship combat and melee combat, basically.
correct.
So, combat no matter what. I
So
thought-
do you guys want to
This is
fight
one of those
ship to
encounters.
ship?
I'll tell you right now. Scott notices this SJF ship up front. Of course, you all saw that.
Yeah.
But Scott looks down at the data field and sees the ping that they're coming up on your rear as well.
2 ships?
It's a
ships.
trap.
Of course, it's a trap.
I don't. I don't.
class
think,
of
I don't
ship
think
is it?
inviting them in is gonna
I'm just telling
be
you,
great.
it might be. I mean, it's beneficial in the sense that you can. It's basically you're trusting your arms or you're trusting your ship. This is a moment where you're
We're
gonna
kind
have
of banged up.
you're kind of banged up.
The ship is at full health.
I'll
So-
tell you, you're outclassing both of these ships. This is a pretty
we
even
are?
fight. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would say let's take our chances
You
with
guys
ship
fought.
combat.
You guys fought these guys like their ships before. Like you saw, you were able to blow them
I
up with
remember
rockets.
That's
Oh.
right.
Oh, this is
those
the one where I
kind of
kept pulling the
ships.
guy
It's
in and out,
like-
in and
it's
out,
that
in and
kind
out.
of a ship.
So
Like-
equivalent to TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's like
all
two
right,
two
all
TIE
right.
fighters versus the Millennium Falcon.
I thought it was like
Okay.
closer to like
Okay.
2 Star Destroyers. I was like, whoa.
No. I may have described this poorly. Now we understand.
Well, you just said ships, so
Yeah.
it
I
could have
did,
been anything.
that's true.
Could have been anything.
I'm picturing more like pirates in the sense that you can take them both.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
Sure.
let's
Let's blow him up.
blow them
Kill
up.
him.
Let's stealth.
So
Let's
you're
do
gonna
the stealth
Do
option.
the stealth option.
Yeah, stealth option.
So your choice,
stealth.
either dexterity, stealth, or choose another stat and tell me you're all going to roll it anyway. So
What do you think, Zane?
I mean, I'm +2 on dexterity, so I'm fine. Is everyone else good on
you're
dexterity?
proficient in stealth too.
I got.
I am proficient in stealth, but is everyone else?
I'm
Yeah.
proficient in stealth and
No, but I'm
dexterity.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So like stealth then?
Stealth it
I'm not
is.
proficient in it, but I
Roll-
got a great bonus. So
Roll,
Okay.
Yeah, roll your stealth check.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
Come on.
You need a 15 at least.
Oh.
It's very cocked.
It's extremely good.
either way, it is not a 15.
10. Also 10.
24.
23.
Nice divide down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Hey, you
If
rolled well.
half or fewer of the party succeed,
That line, I'm really getting sick of hearing that line.
the party has squandered their opportunity for a surprise attack. Neither side is surprised. So you begin to hear on comms. Hello, identify yourself. As you turn on stealth.
Did we turn on stealth?
I'm just telling you.
Nobody.
That's the almost succeed moment, right?
Nothing to see here.
I think Scott's going to get on the comms and say, there's no need for further communication. You will not survive this encounter.
Yeah, there it is. We will begin laying fire. Prepare yourself.
We're stealth. I can't
And then
see it.
I guess
You
we're
can
gonna
try.
Thank
pick up there
you.
next time. There's really no other option. I'm gonna have to build a space combat and teach these boys how to fly in space. Thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for having a good time with us. Buy Uncharted Journeys from Cubicle 7 if you want to stumble through your games like me. Have a great one. We'll see you next time on Roll to One.